Hey, what's up, everybody? Just making a video to, I guess, go over my experience of what it's like to be a trucker so far. So far, I love it. It's a fun experience. Only bad experience about it is having to be away from your family for a long period of time. But I mean, it's what you make out of it. I mean, you're able to video chat and stuff. I know it's not the same, but I mean, it helps. It really does. Uh, Definitely has more pros than cons. Pros, oh my god, you get to get paid to travel. You get to see some cool shit. Uh, you get to eat some really good food. I've gained a little bit of weight since I've been out here, so the foods treat me right out here. Uh, what some more pros? I feel like my own boss. Oh, honestly, it may not be completely 100% like that way, but I mean that's how I feel. I mean, I pretty much feel like this is my office. Like pretty much all I gotta do is go to where they tell me. So I mean that's how it feels right now. So that's a nice feeling. I don't have somebody barking orders at me 24/7. Every once in a while I get a phone call from Stevens, like freaking just off the wall shit sometimes. But like it's not that bad. It's pretty awesome out here. Just depends on how what you make out of it. So I mean, if you're going into it with a negative attitude, it's going to be a bad experience, like regardless. So yeah. The school I went to was school was awesome. They prepared us really good. I feel like our school prepared us a little bit better than the other schools that Stevens sends their students out to. When we're doing like the refresher like training course and everything, doing like our back and maneuvers and stuff, I feel like the guys that came from our school were ahead of the game. Like I just feel like we knew more. I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, but I just feel like they prepared us a little bit better than those schools. If that makes any sense. Met some really good friends in school. Definitely got 4 or 5 buddies that probably always going to talk to. Definitely we were super close, so that made the whole 3 weeks of schooling like go by really good. I mean, of course you got to study and stuff, but I mean we made the most out of our experience in small ass Kingsburg, Colorado. There's nothing to do there at all, unless you like walking around a Dollar General or whatever. But I mean, we made the most out of it. We'd constantly roast each other, pick on each other. I learned how to play dominoes when I was in Colorado. That was fun. We had a TV, but we only had a couple of DVDs. What's his name? Yeah, I forgot, but we had a couple of DVDs there, but they get old after a while. It was like some low budget films, so like one of them was like a Steven Seagal like 4 film collection, so that gets old after a while. The whole coming to the Stevens like orientation and everything, it was a little frustrating. A lot of paperwork. For 2 of those days, you're there from I think 6, 7 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night. So you got 2 days to where you're there for a while, but it's not really bad. Most of the days like your piss tests and paperwork and shit like that. But once you get out on the yard and start backing in and stuff, like I had fun doing that, so the time flew by pretty quick once we got outside. So yeah. Now, like after orientation, when you get assigned to your trainer and you go out on the road with your trainer for however long it takes, you got to get your 240 hours, your 2 mountains. I think your West Coast Northeast region is 2 regions you need. It's okay. Just depends on your trainer, really. I had 3 different trainers my whole time. First trainer was really cool. I wish I could have stayed with him longer, but he went on home time like 2 weeks into me being on his truck, so I had to get another one. Second trainer, he taught me a lot. He taught me a lot. I was with him up until I had 12 hours left, and I needed 1 mountain. Last trainer, he was really wasn't a big fan of him. He was an older gentleman, kind of. I don't know, just ain't my cup of tea. But I mean, the whole training period is what you make out of it. It's frustrating at times, especially when you. I remember till this day, like the first time I had to back into a tight spot at a truck stop. It was nerve wracking. Actually, it was in Louisiana, somewhere. It was close to the Texas state line, but I was backing in. I had plenty of room between me and the trucks on the other side, and some jackass bangs on the door, hollering shit, and I don't like that shit. So I rolled down my window, and shit got a little heated. Trainer calmed down some shit, so that was good. Nothing serious happened. Tempers just flared, so that was good, of course. But it gets nerve-wracking sometimes in some of these spots. Not every truck stop has a lot of room, so you gotta get smart with how you do it. You definitely gotta use your what you were taught. So you can't just wing it, or you're gonna hit shit and end up paying for some shit. So or getting your ass whooped by whoever's truck you hit. So and some of these shipping and receiving, some of them are some of you got plenty of space, some of them not so much. Definitely, I never really had a problem until I went up to Jersey. Actually, when I got on my own for the first load, it was super tight. Tightest situation I've ever been into at a shipper receiver was in Jersey. So yeah, but as far as running solo, it's fun. It made all the hard work and everything. It felt like it paid off. It's fun out here. Definitely make the most out of my time out here. Definitely my goal is to make a lot of money while I'm out here for my 4 to 5 weeks. But I got my Xbox out here, my TV. I'm able to stream and everything. So yeah, that's a plus. And time really flies by out here, so it's not too bad. So, but yeah, if anybody has any questions about this whole process, I'd love to go over it with them on like how they can go through the process of becoming a driver. I definitely think it's a good experience to go through. I think it's a good career choice. It was a big choice for me coming out of the Army. This is what I wanted to do. I was drive trucks, and I had to wait a little bit because I mean, when you go to the school, you gotta have a little bit of money under your belt to pay for your food and grooming products and stuff, because you're there for 3 weeks. So just think about that. They tell you $100 $200 or no, you definitely need more than $100 $200. So I planned for that. I worked at an animal shelter so I could save up for that. So I tried to prepare the best I could in budget. So definitely keep that in mind. Not every school is like that though. Some schools will pay you to go to their school. Stevens wasn't like that, but I went with Stevens because Stevens was a company I talked to while I was still in the Army. So I felt like I don't know, I just knew a little bit more about them than other companies, and I really didn't have to do my homework. I kind of already knew most of the stuff about them because I've talked to 2 recruiters when I was still in the Army. So I know a little bit about them, and definitely felt comfortable going with them. And yeah, so yeah, y'all have any questions, holler at me. I'd love to answer some questions, and hit like and subscribe, share, and if you feel like there's anything I can do to improve these videos or whatever, maybe I talk too long, or I'm thinking too long, or I'm being too quiet or whatever, just let me know. I'm all for criticism. So yeah, peace.